Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And I gotta start with this. Coming from XRP drops. NASDAQ companies like WorkSport adopt XRP and hope that XRP will no longer be so volatile in the future. More of a store of value. I just talked about how WorkSport is buying XRP and Bitcoin in a previous video. This is what they had to say. I think that XRP is becoming a much more stabilized currency and asset. XRP will be volatile like most assets are. We think that it will be stable enough. Remember when the IMF called XRP and XLM stable coins and people used to think that they were going to be pegged to $1 US? Imagine high valued stable coins. Sure, they're going to get a little bit of a surge up here and there, but their price is not going to fluctuate like it does today. I'm expecting gradual upward movement for both XRP and XLM. This comes from Smoke. Tokenization, total addressable market, $268 trillion plus. Now they're saying it's going to reach 268 trillion by 2030, but I think they're being way too conservative. The World Economic Forum says it's going to be an $867 trillion market by 2030. And you see, 2030, non-financial, corporate, and quasi-sovereign debt, $187 trillion. Real estate funds, $20 trillion. I think that is definitely going to be much higher. Private equity, venture capital, $7 trillion. Securities, financing, and collateral, $42 trillion. Trade finance, $12 trillion. Trade finance is going to be so much bigger. XDC is really going to make a lot of momentum inside of digital trade. I think throughout this year, we're going to see the rise of digital trade in the United States. It's going to begin in 2025, but it's going to gain momentum throughout the next couple of years. And still, in this run, I think XDC can get to $3 plus, and that's being conservative. But XRP, a lot of this value is going to end up on the XRP ledger. How can XRP be at a cheap price moving all of this value on a daily basis? It's going to be trillions upon trillions of dollars in value just in real world assets coming to the XRP ledger. That's how you get to a 4 and 5 digit XRP. Eleanor Tourette says, keep an eye out for possibly more filing activity by issuers with XRP ETF applications next week. I'm expecting everyone to take advantage of a pro-crypto SEC. So of course there's going to be more filings. If we get crypto regulations though, these companies no longer have to go through an ETF. They could just buy the actual asset. But this is the path forward. And this is absolutely huge. I always told you, you would eventually become your own bank. This is how it starts. This comes from Digital Wealth Partners. We are pleased to report that a 7-figure loan was recently completed using XRP as collateral for one of our clients. This marking a milestone in digital asset-backed lending from our firm. For XRP holders, this loan offers liquidity without requiring the sale of assets, meaning you don't have to sell your XRP. It provides an alternative to traditional financing. This structure caters to institutional needs for speed and flexibility. The foundation of this innovation lies in smart contract technology and institutional grade custody solutions. These tools may streamline the process, eliminating weeks of paperwork and enhance security, making the lending process faster and more reliable. Traditional loans often involve lengthy processing times, but this deal was completed in just 72 hours. The efficiency of blockchain technology is reshaping expectations for how financial transactions are conducted. Smart contracts played a critical role in this loan by automating payment processing, reducing manual intervention, and minimizing the risk of errors. This automation highlights the operational advantages of blockchain technology in financial services. The implications extend beyond this transaction. By bridging digital assets and traditional finance, institutional adoption is gaining momentum. The involvement of major financial players signals growing confidence in crypto-backed solutions. For borrowers, this structure may offer the ability to retain cryptocurrency holdings, access liquidity quickly, and avoid the complexities of traditional loan processes. Flexible terms tailored to digital assets makes this option particularly attractive. Like I said, you'll be borrowing against your XRP and paying it back with passive income. You are going to become your own bank. This is massive, and you see, they used XRP as collateral. The need for cross-border collaboration on digital assets. Once again, they're starting to talk about cross-border payments all of a sudden because of the growing momentum. It's starting to be talked about more because CBDCs are starting to get talked about more now, all of a sudden. And I was never really a big fan of a central bank digital currency, but it's going to happen whether we like it or not. And you see, the digital pound CBDC to be launched, earliest launch, late 2020s, 2028 to 2029, based on this timeline. The earliest a digital pound could realistically be introduced would be in the late 2020s. This projection accounts for the time needed. Now, I still think they will fast track that because the rest of the world is already fast tracking. But if it takes that long, that could actually be a good thing. Maybe the laws change around central bank digital currencies. Maybe they outsource their central bank digital currency to Ripple or some other network. But this is coming whether we like it or not. Fintech wallets go live in digital rupee CBDC pilot. Looks like India is advancing their CBDC test. Every single country is still pushing in this direction. In the right hands, central bank digital currency is great. In the wrong hands, and it could be a slavery system. And, you know, they could track your money. They could shut your money off. Your money expires over time. Now, I think if the US does go with the digital dollar, or RLUSD as their digital dollar, or even USDC, I don't see Trump turning it into a slavery system. I still think we need a digital bill of rights ahead of a digital dollar, because once this administration ends and you get a new administration, you don't want anything to change. All of a sudden in 2028, our money's expiring and they could shut your money off if they don't like things you're saying online and so on. That's why a digital bill of rights is so important in the United States. Ex-SEC counsel Adrian Gurley expects token classifications, custody guidance soon, and crypto ETFs. Now, when they start talking about what they're going to call XRP in a token classification, I think it will either be called a bridge currency or a utility token, because that's what XRP is. I think once regulations come, we're going to see something like MiCA. MiCA classifies Bitcoin as something else. They classify XRP as a utility token. If it doesn't solve a problem, I think it's going to fall outside of regulations and it will become irrelevant over time. It was always the goal to make XRP the world's reserve currency. That's what Ripple wanted to do back in 2017. And I still see a lot of people saying it's going to be the world's reserve currency, but that's not what I'm seeing. Back in 2017, we didn't have RLUSD, Ripple's stablecoin. We only had XRP back then. And even back then, I said XRP is a bridge currency. It works as a trust layer in between two parties, two countries, two banks. But now that we have RLUSD, that could become the world's reserve digital currency. XRP will be the bridge for RLUSD. I stress that because I think a lot of people are still under the impression that XRP is going to replace the US dollar. If anything, it's going to complement the US dollar. Ripple was never out there trying to fight the government, try to crush the US dollar. Bitcoin maxis were doing that. They said they were always anti-bank, anti-government. And that was what the appeal was to Bitcoin. You know, it was like, oh, if you really want to invest in a cryptocurrency, then invest in Bitcoin. It's not tied to the banks. It's not tied to the government. Down with the government. Down with the US dollar. But that narrative changed. And I think even the OG Bitcoin maxis, they just lost interest in Bitcoin. A lot of them most likely already shifted towards utility or something else. But when you're holding a banker's coin, and that's what they always called XRP, now that the banks are coming to the table and they're starting to get involved with crypto, this positions XRP better than it positions Bitcoin. XRP is going to gain momentum from crypto regulations. Bitcoin's not going to get no momentum from that. And as banks are adopting crypto and custodying crypto, what do you think they're going to custody? They're not going to custody Bitcoin. It doesn't solve any problems at the bank. Even the money transmitter license told you what was coming in the United States. Ripple having all those money transmitter license shows you how XRP can be utilized not only internationally, but domestically as well. And I'm even more bullish on XRP today than I was back in 2018, 2019. And as an XRP holder back then, when you seen people talk about XRP, it was always with a vision. They always said, you're going to see this happen. You're going to see that happen. And here we are in 2025, and it's happening right in front of you now. The whole shift is taking place while people are still being distracted by Bitcoin. If you stay focused on XRP and utility, you are going to get financial freedom. But you can't get shaken out. When the market turns red, do nothing. If anything, buy the dip. Ignore the FUD. Ignore all the hype that's out there. Just sit back and wait to get your financial freedom. And until it happens, stay patient, stay positive, and we will get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.